So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
He's not the type to hog the limelight, but Angelo Peruzzi is a man I always thought worthy of praise.
Listen to him, few would question his record or his reputation, but I wonder what you think stands out about him.
Well, consistency for one, Peter, but I also like the calm aura he exudes. He'll go out of his way to make everything look effortless. He firmly...
It's Drogba! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Goal! After 4 minutes is number 20.
Germany are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Passing is crisp and sharp. Distributed tidily. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Zaire Emery, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Nicely weighted ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Rice opts for safety, and it's Zaire Emery. Now it's Messi. Mbappe, he's got away. Now, can they get him away? Liverpool leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. That has been cut short. And it's Olmo. Now it's Messi. And he opts to go forward. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Inzaghi. Neymar tries to play it through. Now it's Dani Olmo. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Now it's Drogba. Oh, they could break here. And it's Robertson. Drogba is always scanning the pitch for targets. Looking to play him in. Robertson gets into a good position. That has been knocked clear. And the volley. Rising over the bar.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Pass somewhat off target. Knocks it out wide. Cross, and a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And a header! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Messi. He has found a way through.
That's good play from him.
Yaya Toure. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Mbappe. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And this is Inzaghi. Now it's Drogba. Threads one in. Zaire Emery spots it and intercepts. And there's green grass ahead of him. Dembele! Oh, split-second reaction.
Dembele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rijkaard for Rice. Lee Kang in, over to the right flank. On time, excellent interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Out of play for a throw. Van Dijk. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Drogba. It's Drogba! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Zaire Emery chooses to go crossfield. Neymar. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can.
There will be one
And the
minute at a
shot!
time.
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was.
And that signals the end of the first period. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Just a quick announcement.
Well, Jim, they've
We would like
both
to
had their
inform you
moments.
that
Well,
CCTV
it's been
is
an
now in
intriguing
operation
watch.
for your
A really
safety.
nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Liverpool are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And that's the second half started.
Liverpool have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Looking for options for movement. Loft header! It's hit the upright. And for a moment, time stood still. Zaire Emery tries to pass it through. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Dani Olmo! Germany have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Van der Sar gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Can he get on the end of this? It's a good-looking... He's rising! He's scored!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Lee Kang-in.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Mbappe! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Dani Olmo, spread it left. Lee Kang-in, now it's Messi. Great vision. Oh, that was vital.
Germany really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And here's Mbappe. Spread neatly. Cleared without hesitation. Back in once more. Oh, great leap! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Rice. That's Lee Kang-in. Muscular approach does pay off here. Spread out to the left. Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Mbappe looking to receive it in space.
Substitution for Germany, number 27.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number 41.
Grimaldo.
Rice. Coming on the field.
Rodri.
Number 3.
And it's
Alex
Neymar.
Grimaldo.
This is a promising
Number
build-up.
16.
Stood up well to
Rodri.
him there. And he's in on goal. Lovely. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
This is Dembele.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Pinches it off him. Played out wide. Ronaldo. Now it's Dani Olmo. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Great ball, and he's in here. No way through. And this is Inzaghi.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Looking tidy in possession here. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Messi. He won't be happy with that one.
There will be 3
And it's
minutes at
Olmo.
a time.
And this is Neymar. Dembele. Rijkaard.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Mbappe picks it up out wide. And this is Yaya Toure. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
Raphael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly was towering header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Nedved. Messi looking to receive it in space. Bale. Lovely, now then. Chance for a shot! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Jubilee.
He's rising! Harmlessly behind. And it's Dembele. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold looking for the run. Dembele gets into a good position. Seedorf. And this is Messi.
Might want to be careful there.
Yaya Toure. Robertson. That's a good ball. And he shoots! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Yaya Toure, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Robertson has the space to scheme. Liverpool are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Well read, nice interception. Bale.
Liverpool really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Makalele. And it's Nedved. Pele in with the challenge. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nedved! Oh, it's hit the post! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it. Jubilo Iwata really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack, thanks to their pick.
And Messi! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Seedorf does really well to win the ball there. He's a sharp little ball here. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Alexander-Arnold. That ball looks a good one. Pele picks it up out wide. Nicely weighted ball. Seedorf. Yaya Toure. And Alexander-Arnold. Dembele is the team's great visionary. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Mbappe really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Dembele.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Makalele. Seedorf. And that has left him in a heap. And here's Drogba. Yaya and Yaya Toure! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yaya Toure really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. He slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, easy pickings there. Cannavaro is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
There will be 1 minute.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. Bellingham plays the game. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Liverpool finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. That gets us going once more.
Liverpool really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And this is Bale. He's found a way. It's Bale! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here? And one more try! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Yaya Toure. And here's Drogba. And he's had it nicked away. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Threads one in. Oh, well played. Nedved. Makaleli. And this is Bale. Rijkaard cuts it out. Dembele. Alexander-Arnold. Aimed at the far side. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And this is Bale. Nedved. Chance, surely! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Messi at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Jubilo Iwata are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense...
Can he finish? That's another chance! And yes, it's there! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Liverpool cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Mbappe. Bale. Nedved. Oh, he's been caught napping, and he's lost his man here. Oh, just a keeper now. And this is... goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Messi demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Bale. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Seedorf. And here's Nedved. Can he get it through? And a chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
And that is expertly dealt with. Shot a goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Jubilo Iwata, visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Nedved. Some really good ball movement. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Jubilo Iwata clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Robertson. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Makaleli. Seedorf, renowned for his long-range shooting. Now it's Pele. Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. That is good strength. Pinches it off him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Great vision. Makaleli eases the ball away from him. Jubilo Iwata clearly now in lead preservation mode. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Chance to getting up there! And he's stuck it away! They're back within reach! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up?
And that will be the final act. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. So what do you take away from it all, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Kirkchu, now the ball in. That's an excellent interception. Oh, they could break here. Mbappe. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's been shifted off it. And he was quick to react. Knocks it into space. Dembele. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Bellingham! Liverpool with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Van Dijk picks it up from the goal kick. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's
Chance! Goal! Galatasaray! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, no joy this time. Alexander-Arnold is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Cross from Robertson. It's their second corner of the game. Galatasaray have the chance to go the other way. And the finish! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Alvarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Right card! No, not the best of headers. It's a pretty loose pass. Ball's gone out of play. Rijkaard. He's having a hit!
Liverpool are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Can he spark a counter here? Diouf, he is through here. Goes for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Xavi wins the duel this time. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Mbappe! What a throw in. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Bellingham gets flagged offside. And here's Mbappe. Yaya Toure. He's found a way through. Very nicely done. Played in by Robertson. Defending of the desperate variety. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 3 coming up. Inzaghi tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Great vision. Robertson receives it in a wide position. Cleared away. Takes the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
He has found a way through. They get a throw in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Yaya Toure, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Can he get on the end of this? Valverde. Filippo Inzaghi. He's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Alvarez. Galatasaray do have a chance to counter here. And he's picked out the run. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And a chance! And that's a sharp finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in the second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So right back into the action.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devil.
Terrific effort! It's hit the crossbar. But he's left disappointed.
Dembele certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Yaya Toure. Oh, that's ambitious.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game.
Oh no, this does not look good. He's gone forward. Inzaghi is onto it in a flash. That is ended up in no man's land. Not the most accurate pass. Bellingham. Bellingham going face-to-face with his great rival. Dembele gets into a good position. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And smartly reclaimed. Threads one in.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And this is Dembele. Now the cross. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Shot at goal! Great defending, strong and determined. There's the crossfield ball. Filippo Inzaghi. And it's Rijkaard, looking to play him in.
Galatasaray really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure.
And he's decided to go for it. Dembele. He's in plenty of space here. And he's managed to get free. Towering header! And he's heaved it away. And he's managed to gift it back. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Marquinhos. Rijkaard. No way through. Bellingham. Over to the right flank. Dembele's cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he cuts out the supply. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Galatasaray clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Mbappe. And he's worked it through. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Inzaghi, tries to pass it through. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Galatasaray clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Galatasaray find a position of real strength now. Xavi. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Rijkaard. Alvarez. Now it's Kukçu. He's picked his way through. Great chance! And no mistake. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline.
Has been indicated.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. And that is that. Liverpool have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
Hello attendees, this is a
So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd, a crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. So straight into the action. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah.
A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Pele just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
That's been cut out, well played. Mbappe. Robertson. Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Bellingham. Threads one in. Now that's well seen too. Beckham. Now it's Hullet. That looks a good ball through. Best! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Dembele. And that is headed for the middle. Desai attempts a clearance. Decent chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yaya Toure is offering a wry smile there.
That's going wide left. That is a great pick out. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Liverpool are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Best. Oh, there's the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Marseille with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Flings in across. Beckham! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Best pinches it off him. Best unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Dembele. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. And the ball's gone astray. Played out to the left flank. There's a look up and delivers. Nicely weighted ball. Pele quietly revving up. And this is Dembele. Chance for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Tries to get it clear. Tries to play it through, hoist it in. Oh, great leap! And that's a sharp finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both.
Can he finish? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alexander-Arnold. And that's gone loose. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the counter is on. And he is deftly away. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Costa Curta. And this is Mohamed Salah. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Bellingham. Drogba. And it's Yaya Toure. And Yaya Toure! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played out towards the right wing. And that is not getting there. Mohamed Salah. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Salah. Aimed beyond the defence. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Liverpool get the second half started. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Best very much a man of this moment. Chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. Pele with the short one. That is lovely. Well, now here's a good battle by... And the finish! Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Bellingham. Thinks about the shot. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Dembele, tries the cross. Oh, good climb! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Van Dijk calmly anticipates.
Marseille definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Liverpool ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. This looks promising. Best! Goal, Marseille! And they get themselves in front! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And yes, it's him again. Marseille have their lead.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And he welcomes it in. And a chance! So, third corner of the game. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Can he get on the end of this? And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, easy pickings there. Marseille appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Hullet. Always onto this. Now it's Hullet. Oh, just skips past his man. Great ball. It's Salah! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Marseille go up by 2 and are looking good.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. And he's intervened well there. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Hullet. Oh, he's bustling through here. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Tries to pass it through. And the pass is intercepted. And he's in on goal! Drogba! And how did he not put that away?
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Corner number 2 then. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Sostituzione per l'Olympique Marsiglia.
So
Numero
the manager
17.
can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Numero 11. Numero 8. Numero 7. Lasciano il campo per il numero 23.
Well time, excellent interception.
Il numero 22. Il numero 20. Il numero
Leicester.
21.
Costa Curta. Rivaldo looking to receive it in space. He's got away. That's very neat. And that has left him in a heap. Toure defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that is a little undercooked. And that's surely a foul, free kick. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bellingham. Dembele, and it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Dembele. Elects to cross. Leicester gets it away. Son Heung-min. And this is Rivaldo. Not a hint of offside here. Platini finding himself in space. Platini crosses it in.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Platini pinged towards the front line. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And this is Rivaldo. He's found a way through. It's Rivaldo! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Comes in! And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt.
Shot a goal! Loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Colorado Springs with the corner, there first. Keeper's dealt with that. Off. Goes for the shot! Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Now it's Drogba. Drogba. He's under a lot of pressure there. Crosses it, and a header! And he's heaved it away. Mbappe. And he whips it in. Oh, that was vital. Tries one from range. Bellingham! That is brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Colorado Springs finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's tidy. He has found the way through. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Roberto Carlos with the clearance. Now it's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold is wide and looking to get onto this.
Colorado Springs definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Cruyff. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Ibrahimovic. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Tries to pass it through. Great vision. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Can he get it through? Nice interception, well timed. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, perfectly measured that. Dembele might just make this. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Cruyff. And the shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
That's Guardiola. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Pelé. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the far post.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Early ball out from the back. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's intervened well there. Pepe gets across to intercept that. Now, can they get him away? And this is Dembele. He's found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Liverpool can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Bellingham. Oh, he's having a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's gone for a throw-in. Schneider. And it's Sergi. Spread out to the left. That has been cut short. And it's Dembele. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rijkaard. And Robertson. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Liverpool leading by one at the break.
Please report to the staff room immediately.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Liverpool just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. So off we go again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Referee's given a throw. Schneider. And this is Ibrahimovic. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, shooting chance! Well taken goal. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Van Dijk. Now he's off and running. Liverpool couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Now it's Mbappe. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Baresi. Schneider conjures time and space where few can. Roberto Carlos. And Yaya Toure! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Bellingham! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been given away. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, no joy this time. Van der Sar getting this one clear. Want to throw in. Guardiola. Roberto Carlos. That's a lovely, neat pass. Stood up well to him there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Opts for safety. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. Roberto Carlos clears it away. Liverpool have their third corner. Terrific effort! Harmlessly behind. Schneider. And it's Roberto Carlos. Looking for the run. Baresi pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Colorado Springs clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to...
He'll try from distance! Oh, terrible! Has another goal! And that's a good finish. And they're back in front. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Liverpool leading now.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Colorado Springs really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, super ball! Oh. Goes for a shot! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Substitution on the field, number 11.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So again, we have parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Pinches it off him.
Taking place.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bellingham, and he's being shifted off it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Sergi. Neymar.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
It's going wide left. We are into stoppage time. Looking for options for movement. Swings in across. White getting this one clear. Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Osimhen. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Liverpool certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So it's away we go then. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Tries to pass it through.
Oh, really well played.
An instinctive delivery. That could spell trouble. Threads one in. Oh, good take in a good area.
There's Vitor Baia, Peter, exuding his unique brand of calm and confidence, as per usual.
Yeah, he's one of those keepers, isn't he, who has that certain aura around him.
And I think that gives the defence a massive boost. Having someone like that behind you can really give you that insurance, that psychological edge.
And this is Drogba. Pedri.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Ferran Torres. He's in plenty of space here. Mbappe. It's a good-looking delivery. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Bellingham! Bellingham! And he's done it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Marcó en el minuto 17 el dorsal 8.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Knocks it into space. Dembele. That's the keeper's ball. Hector Bellerin kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for the run. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Drogba. He has a look out. He's a sharp little ball here. Dembele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he's just misjudged that one. Can he get on the end? He's having a shot! And a neat finish! Barcelona are back in business! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Yaya Toure. No, he's not getting past him there. No foul, says the referee. And he welcomes it in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a lovely, neat pass. Caught offside that time. Rijkaard. That has been slung wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Hector Bellerin. Yamal. João Cancelo. And Yamal. Oh, this is a great position. And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Oh, what has happened here? Robertson is onto this.
Well played and well cleared.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. So we reached the halfway point.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. We're on the move again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Hector Bellerin. Koundé. And it's Cancelo. Well, that pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Bellingham. Rijkaard. Cross flung in towards the middle. No, that's been dealt with. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Alexander-Arnold deals with that comfortably. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Liverpool really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. De Jong. De Jong making good progress on the right-hand side. He is through here! Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he was quick to react.
La
Casado,
asistencia a este partido
De Jong.
asciende a 96.026 espectadores.
Liverpool have it back and can go again. He's found a way through. And he's really put himself on the line here. Liverpool with the corner, they're first. He's rising! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, there's a probing ball. That's been cut out, well played. João Cancelo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. No, that's been intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Goes down, but nothing given. Now it's Drogba. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Drogba. Pedri. And it's Dembele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Dembele. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Drogba. Played out wide. Chance to deliver. Towering header! That's put paid to the danger. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And it's Cancelo.
That was lovely, that.
Yamal. Pedri. And a chance!
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20, el dorsal 10, el dorsal 22. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, Juli, el dorsal 17, el dorsal 15.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Liverpool very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Over to the right flank. Bellingham going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Nunez. Rashford. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Tries to get it clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Intercepts the throw. That's well read.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
De Jong. He drills one in. Oh, crap. It's Lewandowski! Superb from Lewandowski! About as smooth as it gets. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And we're done. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. So things are underway. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
It's a promising position. And that's the keeper's ball. This looks promising, and it's Robertson. He has found the way through, and it's hoisted clear. Stood up well to him there. He's got away. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Drogba. Yaya Toure threads one in. Now there's a... takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Towering header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Nicely aimed pass. Pull it. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never...
Mbappe! Denied by an instinctive save.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
That has not gone well. Koeman cuts out the pass, and here's Mbappe, and it's Robertson. Mbappe! That is great defending, so alert. You have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Mbappe! Oh, that's a fine challenge. He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Now it's Hullet. Albert Ferrer. Pinged towards the front line. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that is a little undercooked. Knocks it into space. Yaya Toure, nicely shaped. Can he finish? And he scores! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
And here's Drogba. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. Alexander-Arnold is behind this one. And he's going to Rex. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's certainly onside here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that chance for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. This is Dembele. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's aimed into the middle. And he gets rid in a hurry. And they're quick to get it back. And here's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold receives it in a wide position. Yamal. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. He's in plenty of space here. He's onside. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking for the run. Dembele.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Dembele is wide and looking to get onto this. Bellingham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's managed to get free. Oh, super! And a chance! Goal! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Liverpool are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they...
There's the shot! And no mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example.
And that is indeed the final act. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break, all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So it's back to business.
Liverpool have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Neymar. Now who's going to be first to this?
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He's had a shot! Has another go! What a wonderful goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be...
It's Inzaghi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Hullet with the short one. And it's Hullet. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Drogba. Oh, that's fabulous. Serginho gets across to intercept that. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, They are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. This is Dembele. Shoots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Santos have their second corner now. Albert Ferrer pinches it off him. Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. Now it's Gullit. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Driving forward. Oh, now he can run away with... And the shot! Santos go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Can he get it through? Nicely weighted ball. It's come to nothing. Bellingham. This is Dembele. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Good read, needed to be. Guardiola is the team's great visionary. And here's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Gullit. This is a promising build-up. Dembele. Garcia is there to clear. And it's Neymar. Guardiola. Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Neymar. Filippo Inzaghi. Serginho. Dembele.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he plays one through. Neymar. Guardiola. And Serginho. Gives it back. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tries to play it through. He's found a way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Knocks it out wide. Serginho. That's gone for a throw-in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Brilliantly cut out. Chance, surely! And yet another chance goes to waste.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Gullit goes short. Oh, he's been caught off. Decent chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect...
Takes the shot! That is decidedly lacking. And that is the final whistle. Liverpool played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promising.